Good morning. Okay, so today, hopefully, I'm going to stabilize the motor on my waving automaton and hopefully add a sensor. So, remember what we've got so far. So this is my Arduino setup. There's a motor driver and a switch so far. And there's the motor, and that's my hand waving automaton. But I don't love what's going on with the motor right here. It's really hard to hold. So I'm going to unplug it from the board. And I need to figure out a way to hold this guy still, so I'm not trying to do this. And it runs best when the hand is able to be straight up and down like so, which means that the motor is way out here. And so one way to fix that would be to cut off the straw again and do it closer, but that was not easy the first time. So I'm actually just gonna see if I can find a way to stabilize the motor way out here. I don't know if that's the right call, but I think that's what I'm gonna try. So I found a couple of things that might help in my recycling bin. Some toilet paper tubes. Everybody's got these. Maybe I could like prop that up somehow. Maybe even put the cables through it and then prop it up. And, I don't know, that might work. Boxes are sometimes a little easier. This was a toothpaste box. So I was actually kind of hoping that maybe this would be the right dimension. It's not quite right, but it's pretty close, maybe twice. Let's see. About there. One, not quite enough. Two, maybe a little too much. But then I also need to stabilize this somehow, like right where it is. So I'm going to try making kind of a couple of blocks out of this. It looks like half height is almost right, because if I could actually just attach it so that it was kind of a flat platform there on the bottom, that would be good. So I'm going to start with that. It's my first kind of goal. This guy down. Scissors. I'm going to try and kind of cut. Let's see, I don't quite want to just cut it in half because I would like some extra cardboard in case it goes wrong. So let's see, about halfway there. The toothpaste box. And the other one I still have, and I'm going to turn that back into a box shape with a little bit of tape. Because maybe this one will be helpful also. Okay, two little half boxes. Let's see. So that's a tiny bit too tall, but not much. And I wonder if maybe I should, oh, hey, that's a cool idea. So if I put kind of the bottom of the box, think about it being flat on the table, and then I cut a little bit of a channel at the top for the straw to rest in. I think that might keep it in place. I'm gonna try that. Will not be exact. I don't think I saved any of those little straw bits to trace. I think just a little bit of a dip, even if it's not perfect. Okay, So now the bottom is pretty much equal. And actually, if anything, I kind of want to get rid of that lip because that's going to push. Well, I'm going to leave it for now. Okay, so now I need to attach this box to my automaton. Because I like what that is doing, supporting the straw. That's pretty good. Probably more tape. Might do zip ties if I had them in here, but I'm not going to assume that you guys had zip ties, so I'm not going to use zip ties either. Tape to the rescue. Usually I would go for masking tape, but I guess we're going to try out some good old Scotch tape. Use my nice high-powered computer as a tape holder again. That's always excellent. I'm also going to cut the same kind of divots in this one because I think that I'm going to need 2 of these box things to support it. I don't really know, but it seems like 1 isn't going to be enough. So little dips in that one too. Okay. So that's where I want the first box to be. I'm going to try and get it taped in place. Okay, now we've got kind of a backpack. I feel like this is a lot closer to sitting upright, and I like that. That's good. But it's still kind of hanging here. That's not really perfect. So if I were to do this, I kind of like the idea of having a second one there to support. But this is kind of getting in the way. I wonder what am I going to do about that? I'm going to see if I can get the wires to point down instead, because that would work a lot better. They have this little thing kind of routing them upward. Let's see if I can get rid of that. Have it pointing down instead, because then I should be able to get this guy up and around there. But I'm going to need some way for the cords to come out. So I'm going to cut a little access hatch on the side down here. So now I got to try and get my cords to come out that little access hatch. Make the hole a little bit bigger. It doesn't need to be bigger, but it's going to be easier for me to get my hands in there and get the cords to come out correctly. If I can reach it. Okay. Great. I'm going to see if I can actually do this in front of the camera. I don't know. So I've got this guy. Need this. I need my cords to go through the hole. Oh, there's one of them. Come on, second cord. Come on, second cord. Okay, okay. Progress. All right, let's see how we're doing. Ha, look at that. That's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. I'll take it. Okay, I'm gonna tape my second container in place here. Where'd my tape go? Hmm. Okay, now my motor is holding still. I like that. Of course, now I don't know for sure if that's in the right place. So next up, I probably need to run my program and make sure it still works. So I got to plug this guy back into my Arduino. See if I can turn this so you guys can see. Okay. Okay, so plugged into the board. Like so. Where'd my cord go? All right, I'm gonna run back to my Arduino program here. Try and get it uploading. Looks like I chose the wrong COM port. Hey, there we go. Oh no. Okay, good news, bad news. The motor is turning, and it is turning the straw. Both of those things are good. But my disc fell off my straw. Oh no, so sad. All right, I guess I have to fix that part. Tape can only do so much. Okay, so I'm gonna have to fix that. Let's make sure my on-off button is still working. Oh, that part's good. Okay, so I'm gonna put this guy down. At the same time, I have to think about how am I gonna get a sensor attached to this dealio. Let me think about, while I'm retaping, what sensors do I have available? I have switches. There's a photo sensor, so I could do it based on light. That will probably work. And oh, way harder to get your hands in the second time. I missed. What else might work? I think there's an ultrasonic sensor in there. I might be able to try that one. Stay in place. to rotate so I can try and get tape on the underside. Squish, squish. These sorts of problems are why you should always plan things ahead of time instead of trying to fix them after the fact. Good advice, which I did not follow on this particular build. So I think I've got it reattached. I'm going to rotate the motor by hand and we'll see if it's back to working. Looks like it's moving. I'll plug it back in. We'll see. Okay, my board, my motor. Getting that one back in. Okay. Moment of truth again. Yay! Okay, so the support is definitely helping. Still not perfect. I would really like it if the motor stayed a little more exactly like that. It's definitely more consistent when it does. Maybe I'll have to think about what else I can add to get this to hold still a little nicer. Definitely better like that. Okay, but in the meantime, I also want to add a sensor. So I have to think about where am I going to be able to put that sensor. I'm trying to limit myself to exactly what you guys have available, which means I need it to be possible to attach to my board. Just kind of point in that direction. Let's see what we've got. I'm going to put this down. Here's my kit. All right, what have we got? We've got wires. I'm definitely gonna need those. LEDs. Nope, that's not what I need. I could try the ultrasonic sensor. That might be fun. Or I've got the light. I think I could fit that in the board. I'm gonna try the ultrasonic sensor. We'll give it a shot. Okay. So this is the ultrasonic sensor. It reads distance. So I'll be able to make it maybe start waving when someone comes close and not wave when there's no one nearby. If you look at the back, I don't know if we're gonna be able to show this. There's not enough light in here. Okay, I'll show you their webpage. It has the ground, echo, trigger, and VCC pins in the side. So I'm going to unplug my motor again because being tethered to this cardboard contraption makes it hard. Stay. Okay, so here's my board. I'm going to take this guy and plug it straight. I'm going to do it all the way on the edge. Try and give myself the most room to work with as I can. So we just kind of plug it down in there. I'm plugging it into the short rows, not the outside positive and ground, right? The short guys. And then I'm going to need some wires. Red one for power. Does it matter what color you use? No, you know that. But habit tells me red for power, black for ground. Okay, ground. ground, 2 so far, power and ground. And then I'm going to pick just 2 other random colors. Looks like I grabbed yellow and green to be my trigger and echo to the ones that go in the middle. Like so, in the back there. Okay, so now we're going to share my screen. I'm going to take you to the SparkFun page. So this is the one that I used last time, the motor example. So let's go take a look at the ultrasonic example, the distance sensor. There it is. You can see in the picture that they have it hooked up kind of the same with the ultrasonic on the edge there, wires coming off the back. Here's the close-up of what I couldn't show you in my dark room. So there's the ground, trigger, echo, and power. Here's a wiring diagram of how it's hooked up. So they have hooked up their trigger pin to pin 11 and their echo pin to pin 12. So I'm going to do that too. So trigger for me is yellow. Oh, look, there's this yellow too. To pin, oh no, I can't use pin 11 and 12. I'm using them for something else. All right, I'm going to use 3 and 4. Guys, don't let me forget 3 and 4. Okay, so there's my trigger and echo pin, and I'm taking them to 3 and 4. Okay, there's the wiring diagram, the schematic, and the hookup table if we need those. We're going to use parts of this, but not all of it. I'm going to go borrow that guy. Oh, you can't see my Arduino screen. Guess I got to fix that. Hold on. Okay, so here is my waving automaton program, and I'm going to add trigger pin and echo pin, except mine are not on 11 and 12, they're on 3 and 4. Excellent. Let's see, distance variable, that's a good idea. I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna add to my header at the top that now this is based on motor basics and distance sensor, because I am stealing stuff from that one. Need the pin mode goodies for the ultrasonic sensor. Where'd my setup section go? There it is. Okay. Get distance. Yep, I'm gonna need that. Okay. And they're printing out the distance. I'm not sure I'm gonna need that or not, but I am gonna need the function get distance. There we go. So right now, if we look at our loop, we're getting the distance, but we're not actually using it for anything. I still like having that on-off button, but maybe once I am sure that the switch is on, now I need to check my distance. So if distance is less than, what are we measuring in? Look at the get distance function, returns the distance measured, but yes, in terms of what? More of a time than anything else. Doesn't actually say in here, like, is it centimeters? Is it millimeters? Inches? Feet? Miles? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna try 10. If it's less than 10, let's turn the motor on. Otherwise, we'll turn it off. Fix up my formatting. Great, so now we're going to check the switch, if the switch is on. If we're gonna check the distance. If object is within 10 something, I don't know, 10 what? Who knows? Otherwise, if nothing nearby, motor is off. Spin motor to wave. Okay, far so good. I think we should use the serial monitor and try and figure out what sort of distance we're getting because I have no idea what this is. Serial dot print ln for print line, and let's just print the distance that we're getting, so maybe we can figure out if we don't actually like the number 10. Let's make sure we're compiling okay. So far so good. And I'm gonna go ahead and upload. Beep, done uploading. So let's, before I even plug in the motor, let's go look at our serial monitor and see, okay, right now it sees 15 something. 5, 4, looking over the top of my hand. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, now I think it sees maybe my wall over there. 8, 7, 6, 5. 6 or 7. I think maybe it's in inches. Looks like inches. That looks like about 6 or 7 inches. Okay, so we're gonna guess that it's in inches. And I'm gonna leave that running. I'm gonna plug my motor back in, which I'm pretty sure I left off. I mean, the switch is off, I believe. Plug that guy back into the board where it goes. Okay. See how we're doing. So 17, 5 there. If I go like this, roundabout, it should turn on. So I'm gonna start with my switch. It should be off right now. Ah, it's working! Guys, I'm so excited when this actually works for you. Okay, so there's nothing nearby. No need to wave. Someone approaches me. Hello! I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy my motor hasn't fallen out of place yet. Woo! All right, guys, I'm excited. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna turn my switch back off so I can safely move. No more waving. Okay, so there we go. A complete, I'm gonna make my screen bigger again, hold on. A complete working automaton. Ta-da! It waves. It has an on-off switch. It has a sensor. Do it again just because it's very exciting. Oh, it's so exciting. Hello. Hello again. Thank you, my recycling bin. Thank you, Kroger Sensitive Whitening Power Toothpaste. Thank you, Italian Breadcrumbs. Nice work. All right, that's a pretty complete project. So if I was going to try and finish this one up, I would add my schematic or wiring diagram. I would add my well-commented code, and I would make this all into a beautiful portfolio entry. So I think I will hopefully do that for you next week, okay? It might be slightly less exciting, but very valuable. All right, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you later.